Put you in it, you say Laurent. Hey. What's goody, what's goody, what's goody team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for July 17th, 2025. Finally back home. Was in Miami for a few days. Just got home, set up my PC again, and now we're back, man. Let's get our charts ready. See if we could catch some. Oh, it's Friday, right? Yep. See if we could catch anything for Friday. Got our charts updated. Gonna give everybody a few minutes. Gonna give everybody till 7:45 to join, and then we'll get started. Any questions in the meantime, let me know. Any charts you guys want me to go over in specific, let me know. If not, we're just gonna go over the pairs that we usually go over, which are the ones with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD USD, and then we will finishing off with US oil. Since it's Friday, I'm pretty much just gonna do the regular, right? We're gonna go over the 30-minute time frame, just look for any continuations, and then go on from there. So today's session shouldn't take longer than 25-30 minutes. Again, just gonna give everybody another few minutes here to join. Any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to go over, anything you guys want me to explain, any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. Gonna give everybody another 3 minutes and then we'll get started. Again, gonna do the session quick, especially if we don't get anybody from our group here to join from our Discord, because I know they will watch this in the morning. So I will be doing this quick for the ones who are gonna be watching the recording in the morning before the session. There are a few pairs. I did bring my computer to Miami, so there's like 1 or 2 pairs that I wrote notes on that I wanted to explain something. So we'll take some time to talk about that. Outside of those pairs, we're just gonna skim through it. A lot of these pairs are just counter trending, like AU and ACAD. A lot of these trends are consolidating. I believe, like, I don't remember from the top of my head, but there was a few pairs consolidating this week. The only pair that I kept my eye on this entire week was US oil, and it ended up not playing out yesterday. So we'll talk about, well, today. We'll talk about that as well. Just liquidated everybody pretty much. I saw a lot of people on Twitter today take these L's. So we'll talk about this as well. And again, it just boils down to being patient, right? Like, the easiest time to trade, a lot of people will tell you guys the easiest time to trade is when price is trending, right? You're right and you're wrong, right? Because a lot of people, even in a trend, get trapped out, right? Because they don't know how far the trend is going to go. They don't know where the pullbacks are going to happen, right? In my opinion, the easiest times to trade is the zones of consolidation. Why? Because you already know if you're looking for longs, what are you looking for? You're either looking for the break of the highs or you're looking for a liquidity sweep at the lows, right? Inducement to the lows to go high. Or vice versa. If you're looking for shorts, you're looking for price to break shorts, give a retest to then continue, or you're looking for price to liquidate or sweep highs, give you the inducement to the highs, to then go short. Right? So in my opinion, the easiest times to trade really are zones of consolidation. So we'll talk about oil once we get to it as well. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Again, I'm not going to take a long time to be looking at these pairs. Again, AU, we know we're still trading like high, low, higher high, and then price gave us another lower low. So not just gonna update again. The ones that I don't need to really give explanations to, we're just gonna skip over them. I'm gonna keep it updated like I said, but I'm not gonna really talk about them since I'm not gonna be trading them. So we're still trading between that 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. AUD CAD finally gave us a change of character to the bottom side. And I know we're looking for the break, so this might be a trade for the start of next week if we get this BOS. Still trading between this high and these lows. EA gave us 2 days of rise. Perfect. Right, 2 days of rise. Looking for a 372. Every day. So EA, again, we know we're pretty much going into a higher high. We have no continuations. Gave us an inducement of the high, went low. Looks like price wants to go back up. Right, we have no continuations on the 4-hour. We're still trading between higher high, higher low, and this higher high. Price gave us this higher low, and we're looking for that higher high to be set. Again, would have loved to have seen price give us a break of these highs. We never got it. But let's see if we can get this entry going into tomorrow. Looks promising. No more drama, no reason to complicate it. We can settle down. There's no engulfing candles on the daily, no engulfing candles on the 1, no engulfing candles on the 15. So we'll keep an eye on EA. EA is definitely on our watch list going into tomorrow. ECAT. So this is a pair that I wanted to talk about, right? And a lot of people, they would be looking at this, right? And they'd say, oh, this is lower low, lower high, higher high, lower low. No, right? All of this is part of the same structure, right? Like I said, this is not lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low. No, that's incorrect. All of this is part of the same structure. What does that mean? That we are trading between this low, right, and this high here. When we're looking at market structure, right, let's draw this line out here because I know a lot of you guys like seeing these lines. Right, this is the structure that we're playing in. We had higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, so we're trading between the change of character, the break, right? Could we be looking for price to give us a pullback to then continue the push to the downside? It could happen. Right now we are counter trending. We know that ECAT is a pair that's in an overall uptrend, but we are trading at a higher high. Right? We're looking for a higher low. We're looking for a pullback. So these pushes down to the bottom is okay. We know we're looking for a pullback. Right? We had a day of rise yesterday, and then today we had another slight day of rise. Right, not a valid 372 since we never broke yesterday's high, but we know right now what we're looking for. Right, so ECAD, I'm gonna keep that marked up just in case we get a question about it tomorrow. EU, right? The difference is what? We had lower low, lower high, lower low gave us a valid break of the lows. Price came up, gave us a change of character, then price came back down and gave us another change of character. Back down to the bottom. And we're trading between this 30-minute high and these 30-minute lows. We have a day of drop in the market. We'll come back to this tomorrow. Right, this is one that I'm gonna say we're trading here, change of character. Then we had the break. Yo, chilling, doing the session right now. Have a day of rise on GA. Alright, and I'm not tempted to say that this is higher high, higher low. For GA, we're just gonna keep this marked like this. Again, guys, I'm just gonna mark the 30-minute time frame. If I don't see anything to talk about, I'm just updating my charts. Again, just keeping this clean for everybody who wants to watch the recording. Just gonna keep this clean. Right, GCAT is still moving counter. We'll wait this out. YouTube. We have a day of rise here. Let me go ahead and delete some of these drawings real quick. There's too much shit on my screen. Trend between this low and this high still. Right, and we know that GCAD right now, what are we doing? Or GJ, sorry. GJ, what are we doing? Just consolidating. Moving sideways. Right? Just keep it simple. Alright, so since we're moving sideways, going to the next one, guys. GU is also just moving sideways here. We had low, lower high, lower low, then price came up, gave us a change of character. We're still trading between that 30-minute low and 30-minute high. And then for today, price gave us a day of no net, just moving sideways. NZD USD gave us a day of drop. And we're trading lower low, lower high, right? Then price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're trading between this high over here and these lows over here. GJ yes sir. Small trade in US 30 today, good shit. Yeah, it gave us a 1 hour engulfing, I'm pretty sure it was, right? Yeah. Beautiful 1 hour engulfing to go back to the top side. I saw that earlier today. Then price gave us a change of character just now. Trade between this 30-minute low and whatever 30-minute high is set. Since we don't have a set 30-minute high, I'm just gonna delete this for now. 2 days of rise, looking for a third day high. Price already gave us that third day push. I didn't take it, was exhausted. Gotcha. Yeah, it gave us a nice little 1 hour engulfing. Gave us that engulfing, gave us a retest, straight into profit. Would have been a nice 200 pip trade right there. USD CAD. High, low, high, low. Now we're trading between this 30-minute low. We had the break here. USD ZAR just moving sideways. It's like going into tomorrow, I'm ready. Well, going into the end of the week, right? It's pretty much it for trading. But we'll be back still tomorrow, see if there's anything on the table for us, but completely doubt it, I'm gonna be honest. Just the behavior of how these pairs are moving. This week was a pretty boring week on the charts. There were some good setups, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say there weren't no setups. So as we can see, US 30 had a nice setup for today, but nothing that was crystal clear, right? Especially here for oil, right? So a lot of people on Twitter got trapped today, right? Thinking that this was just gonna be a simple lower low, lower high, going back into the lower low. But again, you always gotta keep an eye on structure. Like, what is price doing, right? We already know this is an inverse shoulder head shoulder, right? So in order for us to have continued to see price go short, we wanted to see a break of the lows, right? We did it. Price came up, gave us a retest of the highs of the day before, right? Came down, just testing these lows, came back up, swept the highs, came back low, gave us exhaustion candles, and then ultimately just continued that push back up to the top side. So we know that we're trading now between the change of character here, right? Because we're trading lower low, lower low, and then price came up and gave us a change of character, higher high to the top side. So we're trading between that 30-minute low and this 30-minute high, and price gave us a day of rise. That's pretty much it, guys. There's really nothing on the charts for me this week that I was like, let's really tap into this. Now, the only thing right now that we have when we're looking for continuations, but we had a previous lower low, right? We were trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us a change of character, lower low, right? And then price gave us 2 days of rise. So EA is definitely going to be one that I'm going to keep on my watch list going into tomorrow. This is going to be like the only pair that I'm gonna be interested to really just Hawkeye all day. But right now we have no engulfing candles, nothing on the 4, nothing on the 1, nothing on the 30. Right, I'm not gonna go lower than the 15 on this pair. And this is where the only that gave some alright moves this week. Everything was chop session. Yeah, pretty much. Everything was either consolidating or just moving opposite. So yeah, Hawk Tua, spit on that thing, yes sir. Bro, I'm so fucking exhausted, man. You have no clue. That drive back was brutal. It was driving for more than half of the trip. Got an alert on my phone. There was a fucking national weather, whatever the hell this shit's called. Started thundering and lightning all of a sudden too. This shit was crazy. It was landing literally right next to me, in front of me. One landed like literally on the field right next to me. I was like, this is crazy, man. I'm about to die. I almost fell asleep driving too, but I had to pull over and grab a fucking Red Bull. Like, I hate driving, man. 60-hour work week? Yeah, nah, that's crazy. 68 hours is crazy. That shit, it was store out there, I'm not gonna lie. Had to have been. I'm just so ready. I'm gonna take a shower now. I'm gonna go to fucking bed, man. Love driving? You could be my passenger princess? Hell yeah. Yo, please. Now, I already said it, yo. Next time I go to Miami, bro, I'm fucking taking either the train or I'm taking a flight. And the flight's better, because the flight's only a 30-minute flight. 50 bucks. Would much rather fucking take a flight over there. Only thing that sucks, yo, I don't have a laptop. Since I don't really travel, I don't do shit. I'm always home, so. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to invest into a laptop, though, man. I just don't like trading on such a small screen. Oh, the good thing is that I got a good car, so like realistically speaking, not really. I spend 25, 30 bucks on gas and I make it, well, I have to fill up when I go down and fill up when I come back. So I guess it's $10 more expensive. But get the multi-screen attachment they got. Yeah, see, I might have to start investing into shit like that. I have to, bro, cause like traveling with this fucking monitor and traveling with my PC is a pain in the ass too. But nah, I'll definitely have to get a laptop and see what I could do with that, cause that shit is crazy. Big ass brick, you traveling with your facts. Be crazy, man. And it's just less of a hassle too, bro. It's smaller when you have the laptop. You could literally go anywhere with it. Look at whatever you gotta look at. So that'll be the next purchase I do. I'll definitely have to buy a laptop. But any questions about any pairs? Again, realistically speaking, there wasn't really anything on the charts that I really wanted to talk about. Right? The only thing was this. Again, like this wasn't a valid. There was no valid break of the lows, especially yesterday, right? When I had the note. Right? We're not gonna sit here and say this is lower low, lower high, lower low, right? For price to then give us this crazy spike, right? And then we could even talk about gold real quick before we turn the stream off, because I know a lot of people have questions about gold, but I like to keep this shit simple for us, right? Overall, where do we know that we were at on gold? Right? We're in a zone of consolidation. Right? We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation at that. Right? So we know that this is where a lot of the traders are going to be trapped. And if you noticed, again, everybody got trapped. It's not one singular person. You go on Twitter and everybody was taking trades on EU, right? There's a whole bunch of people who took losses on EU when price moved the way it moved. Whole bunch of people took L's on gold. So again, it is not something that's in particular with just one person or a lot. I had a few messages on when price did what it did. Even somebody tweeted at me like, "Oh, I got liquidated today." But there was a whole bunch of questions from you guys that were like, "Yo, why does this happen on gold? Like, what's going on?" And it's like, brother, like, this isn't abnormal behavior, right, at all. And even, we go into the 30-minute time frame and we start looking at the pushes that are given, right? And just zooming out, just looking at it like this, right? What is price doing? Again, it's consolidating. Where we knew that the beginning of the week, right? The trade that we took on gold was what? It was a liquidation of the highs for price to go back down. Where did price reach? The middle of the zone of consolidation. Right? Once you start seeing, okay, well, price is in the middle of the zone of consolidation, like what else could we be looking at? It's keeping an eye on the internal structure, which were these highs. Like we knew we were trading between this high or this low and this high here. Right? And this is where price comes in, starts trapping traders, taps into it, taps into the lows, right? And then spikes up and goes back to the highs to liquidate the highs. And then does what? Does the same thing going low, taps losses, tap the stop losses going short to go up. So again, like, this is the same thing that we talked about from the beginning of this week and the ending of last week, which is right now on gold, we can't sit here and be comfortable taking trades here unless we have a continuation, right? Unless we have a continuation, or we see again the liquidity grabs, the sweep of the highs or sweeps of the lows, and that's it. Outside of that, what are we trading? Right? We're just trading what we want to see outside of trading what we are seeing. Because right now, if you ask me, what are we seeing on gold? Nothing. There's nothing here. We're moving sideways. We're just consolidating. We're trapping traders. That's all it is. The entire time. Trapping traders thinking price is going to turn around and go long and do what? Go back down. Right? Trap traders who think that this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high to trap them going back up. Right? Trap all the traders who thought that this is where price was going to go back high and do what? Is going to go back down low. Right? Trap traders thinking that this is going to be the inversion, what's that shit called? The flip zone, right? To then go back short, and then what does it do? It goes up and hits your stop loss, right? Makes everybody believe that it's gonna go back up here to continue, and then what does it do? Go back down, right? Makes everybody believe that this is gonna be a break of the low to continue, and what does it do? It goes back up. Like, we're just trapping traders. That's all this is literally, again, I say this every session. A zone of consolidation, it's an area in the market where the market makers are trapping traders, inducing traders, making them believe that they see something to hit their stop losses. That's what a zone of consolidation is. So we already know the definition, but knowing the definition is only one part of it. Actually seeing it on the chart and being able to really see it before it traps you is what you have to be able to do. And I get it. Gold is a big pair. Gold is a very enticing pair. I would love to trade gold every day. I would love it. I'd be a fucking millionaire by now. But again, realistically speaking, gold is not a right now where gold is not a pair to be trading every single day. The only right now, especially the people in our group, the only time you should be trading gold right now with the behavior that gold is at, where market structure is at, how gold is looking, we should only be looking for one type of trade, right? Liquidity sweeps or continuations. That's it. Everything else that you might believe that you see, whether it's an engulfing candle, a double top, a double bottom, or order block, a fair value gap, a smart money concept, whatever the fuck it is that you guys trade, all of that shit is wrong in this area. Why? Because you're in a zone of consolidation. That's it. It's that simple. Every strategy right now on the market does not work in a zone of consolidation unless you get a sweep of the highs or vice versa with a sweep of the lows. Everything else is just trapping traders. That's really much it. Like, there's not a lot to really say about gold right now at all, right? Like, there's nothing really to say here. We just gotta wait it out, right? We could sit here and talk about the EMAs, but again, what are they doing right now? They're just consolidating. They're all crunched up together. They're all moving in the same exact direction, right? There is, when you're looking at the EMA, there is no trend to it right now. It's not following price, just consolidating. So we just gotta be patient. Again, that's pretty much the common theme here for a lot of these pairs. Once again, you said good would be a good one. Overall buys it long. Shit. You said my girl showed me one. I'll send the link. Alright, bet. In a consolidation, just never closed out. Gotcha. So, any questions? Anything else you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, that'll be it for today, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Anything at all? Let me know. Alright, team. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Peace out.